People's opinion of you is none of your business. I have lots of haters. They on the internet all the time. But who are they though?
If you don't get over that, you're doomed. Because what happens is this, you start to create a whole bunch of people that aren't even yourself.
The moment you stop caring is the moment when things get better. Don't waste your time trying to please others. Don't be embarrassed by who you are. They're going to judge you no matter what you do. You are not responsible for other people's opinions, feelings, or perceptions of you. They own that, not you.
They don't even know me. People who are haters on the internet, I call them thumb gangsters. They just typing, their little punk got a private page. They saying about, they don't even know me. So I don't give them no energy. I give haters no energy. Steve ain't this, he think he this. You don't even know me. So I just keep going through. But then I'll tell you something too, haters motivate me. Because when they talking about me, that means I'm doing something.
You never figure out who you are. You never live up to your dreams, your ambition. You live up to what whoever is around you that you like so much, that you want to emulate and be like so much, you live their dreams.
Never live your life by other people's expectations of yourself. Whose life is it anyways? Remember, you cannot reach your destination when you always stop to listen to everyone who speaks about you on the way. Sometimes the only choice left to do is to stop caring. Make a pace and move forward no matter how it hurts, because there is no reason to stay anymore. My friend blamed me for something which I didn't do. I didn't care and just got on with my life because I knew some people are idiots, they have problems which are not my problem. The easiest way to avoid getting hurt is to stop caring, but not caring is the hardest thing to do. Just keep moving forward and don't give a shit about what anybody thinks. Do what you have to do for you.
If you have no haters, if you don't have any haters, you need to get some. You need to get some haters. Because if you have no haters, you ain't doing nothing, man.
You lose your power. You lose your power. The ultimate power is owning yourself. I had to reinvent a human being. I sat at home for so many fucking nights by myself, broken, not just physically, mentally, spiritually, but then I sat back and said to myself, I invented a motherfucker.
No one can bring you down unless you let them to. Ignore those people who talk about you behind your back. That's where they belong. I gave you more chances than I should have, so now I'm finally walking away. Some days are pleasant enough. Other days are years. You want to scream and cry and tell everyone off, all before breakfast. That's when you want to throw your hands up in the air and just give up. Love is like a plant. It takes time to grow, but when you stop caring for it, it slowly dies. Anger, resentment, and jealousy doesn't change the heart of others. It only changes yours. There is nothing more entertaining than leaving someone speechless. Yet there is nothing sadder than realizing that person was incapable of retaining half of what you said and will repeat the story all wrong to someone else.
Get away from these people that's in your life that ain't doing nothing. Get away from people in your life that's hating. Get away from your family members that ain't ever opened a business. Get away from your family members that ain't ever followed their dream. Get away from your family members that ain't never been nowhere but to the family reunion. Get away from them. Get away from them. I had to do it. When I told everybody I was getting into comedy, man, oh Lord have mercy. You can't get into comedy. You ain't even funny. How you gonna make money telling jokes?
I actually sat back when I was fat, nasty, out of shape, miserable, and created a human being in my mind that didn't even exist and said, that's what I want to be. I want to be that guy. I want to be a guy that's capable of doing exactly what I'm doing today. And you have to, if you weren't born that guy, that mentally strong guy, he can be made. Woman, man, whatever the hell you are, it can be made. But in making that person, you have to be able to turn down book deals.
Sometimes, though, we let ourselves get so used to being fine that we lose track of how not fine we are. The secret to your purpose is to find what you feel is important and not pursue what others would think is important. When you think highly of yourself, Me thinking highly of you will never be enough. Don't waste your time being what someone wants you to become in order to feed their list of rules, boundaries, and insecurities. Find your tribe. They will allow you to be you while you dance in the rain. When you are being judged by someone that has no idea who you are, always remember this. Dogs always bark at strangers, and usually there is always some wacko neighbor that wants to try out their new gun on an intruder. The gut is the seat of all feeling. Polluting the gut not only cripples your immune system, but also destroys your sense of empathy, the ability to identify with other humans. People who think that feelings come from the heart are wrong. The gut is where you feel the loss of a loved one first. It's where you feel pain and the heavy bulk of your emotions. It's the central base of your entire immune system. Your heart is the seat of your conscience. If your mind is corrupted, it affects your conscience. The heart is the sun. The gut is the moon. The pineal gland is Neptune, and your brain and nervous system are Mercury. What affects the moon or sun affects the entire universe within.
I never felt good about myself. I never felt good about myself. Whenever I would get somewhere, the demon would come back, pull me right back in the cage. If you don't go back, like I'm a runner, left knee hurts. A lot of people focus on that fucking left knee. A lot of times it's your fucking right hip. And that's about life. You got to figure out what has messed you up mentally. Go to the source. Go to the origin of the source.
Never give a person a piece of your mind when all you really wanted to do was give them a piece of your heart. People who say cannot be done should not interrupt those who are doing it. We may set out on our journey to success with an idea of how we want to get there, but sometimes we need to pivot along the way. Being okay with not knowing what your next step is and allowing yourself to simply be on the journey can be hard, but it pays off and helps us learn more about ourselves. You can't get there by bus, only by hard work and risk, and by not quite knowing what you're doing. What you'll discover will be wonderful. What you'll discover will be yourself. Very often, we fail to act on an idea or a concept because it isn't perfect. We fail to realize that imperfectly done is better than perfectly planned. While it's good to do your best work, it's worthless to allow the fear of imperfection to paralyze you.
You have to be who the fuck you are every day of your life and never care about anybody who gets in your way that said you're not doing something the proper way. I was always afraid of people not wanting to, like when you get beat as bad as I did, I lied all the time. I wanted to be accepted and loved and all that shit that I created about 50 people.
Remember, if we had no winter, the spring would not be so pleasant. If we did not sometimes taste adversity, prosperity would not be so welcome. Obstacles can't stop you. Problems can't stop you. Most of all, other people can't stop you. Only you can stop you, so stay hard and stop caring what other thinks. Perhaps they have nothing else to do.